Hey guys, DJ Searcy here with Frostbite Foods. I am here taking a tour of the Blue Alpine freeze dry factory. All right, we got Cory here on the right, Brent on the left, and they're gonna give us a little tour of what they've got going on here.
So this is kind of where our manufacturing line starts. So we wrap all the machines right here. So the refrigeration coils, they'll get wrapped around the pot right here. We just use copper lines, but anyways, from there we do, and I guess vacuum testing technically goes first, but every one of our machines gets vacuum tested essentially like 4 times. This is one of those stations, and then we do a bunch in like the final stage, like the quality control section. But anyways, yeah, so that's wrapping and then vacuum testing. And then this is our foaming station. So the foaming station is really important, so that way we don't get just problems with refrigeration. If you don't have good foam around the refrigeration coils, you're just gonna have problems with the refrigeration. So anyways, that's what we do there. We're hoping to upsize this station to like 4 or 5 jigs. We've only got 1 jig right now, but we're working on getting that better. And then over here, it's kind of a mess. We are working on getting a bigger building, but this is one of our units that's quality control testing right now. You can see all of our notes on it and things. But anyways, Brent is quality controlling this right now. So, and that's also kind of like one of the cool things about us right now is that literally one of the owners is doing all of the quality control before it goes out the door. Like Brent is one of the owners. He literally puts his hand on every machine before it goes out the door. He's an engineer, built stuff for the aerospace and missile industry, as well as like he worked at Siemens building locomotives. So anyways, we trusted him enough to take that on for us. So anyways, but this is the framing station. So we go through and we have to put in a bunch of little nuts and things into the frame and then assemble the frame.
So these frames are extruded aluminum and they're way oversized, and this is a product of us not really knowing how thick it needed to be, and so we just went really thick. And so these frames are really beefy, and one video that we haven't done yet that we want to do is we want to park a truck on top of 4 of them.
Oh, heck yeah.
And then be freeze drying.
Heck yeah.
Just show like, hey,
I would volunteer my vehicle.
yeah. So anyways, that's what happens here. Not super exciting, but I mean, it's one of the necessary processes, and anyways, we're grateful for the guys that do it for us. So and then this is the station where the pot and the frame kind of marry up. So here we just essentially like bolt it all together. We'll slide in the refrigeration section. So sorry, that's my phone going off. We'll slide in the refrigeration compressor right here and then get it all ready for the final assembly. So over here we've got just assembling tray racks and things. So we'll go ahead and build our medium tray racks, our large tray racks. We'll build all that here. And then right here, it's kind of a specialty table that we built just for making the feed throughs. So these feed throughs are super important, and anyways, they're a super critical portion of the freeze dryer. So
we actually were having issues with these to start when we were testing and stuff. We couldn't quite get it right. We actually ended up using a blend that NASA uses for their feed through, and so this isn't us. This is freaking NASA technology on these guys.
Literally,
that's awesome.
Yep, literally. So this is just another one that's getting quality tested right now. So I actually just finished. So. But anyways, yeah, so that one's quality testing right now. So this is our kind of refrigeration station over here. This is where we check all the refrigeration, make sure that that's good. This is kind of our final assembly area, so we'll do all the wiring and things like that over here. And then move forward just a little bit. Our production line is kind of a big U shape. But this is kind of the bulk of our quality control area. So anyways, yeah, we'll do all of our quality control right here.
We focus on safety first as number 1, and then quality and delivery and cost. So and this isn't us. Toyota came up with this. It's part of their lean manufacturing principles, and we try to make sure that we follow that. If you focus on quality upstream, then your customers don't have to worry about quality issues downstream, and we believe in that. So going back to the quality, I mean, we again focus on quality a lot. And literally, Cory's desk is right there. So when you call in with a quality problem, Cory's desk is right there, and production is right there. And so literally the feedback loop between quality issues on the customer side and them getting fixed on the production line is 10, 20 feet, whatever that is. And so our ability to solve quality problems fast is much better than others.
It's not even an internal email. You're just yelling.
Exactly.
Yeah, literally.
Hey!
Exactly what that is.
Fix it.
Yeah, most of the time it's Cory yelling at me. Yeah,
Awesome.
He likes to do that.
Yeah. I think a lot of us definitely appreciate seeing these machines being assembled and made here in the United States. And you guys talked a lot about quality. Is there anything else you wanted to go over with the quality differences?
We are very much interested in quality. Again, safety, quality, delivery, cost, right? And so we go through a bunch of automated testing. So the machine will do a bunch of automated testing before we even really touch it for the rest of the quality document. But then there's another 11 pages of different checks that we do, different quality tests, and just to verify that everything that we know is important has been checked out.
Awesome.
Yep. And then yeah, this is shipping. So once it gets out of quality control, we'll go and box it up and ship it out. And we've actually had really good luck with the freight carriers that we use. We really like. I think we were expecting more damage just based on how much damage Harbor Strike gets.
Yeah.
And anyways, luckily our carriers have been really good. We use kind of a blend of them. It's usually ABF is kind of one of the big ones, and we kind of mostly ship through ABF. But anyways, they've been just stellar. So
Awesome.
had really good luck with that.
Awesome.
So.
Well, I have to say that aesthetically they are beautiful as well. I'm hoping it works as well as the reviews that I've heard, but they are beautiful machines, and I like that aspect to it as well. As we can see, they're definitely 100% made here in Idaho in the United States, which I love. Tell me other reasons that sets you guys apart from some of your competitors, like who I just dropped my machine off to this morning.
Yeah, let's swing around here and we'll go to this one right here. So this is the size of the one that you just bought this morning.
So this is a large freeze dryer.
Yeah, this is a large freeze dryer.
And if you're on a waiting list, I bought mine last year.
That's true.
I didn't jump
Picked
the
it up
list.
this morning.
I'm just picking it up this morning.
Yes. So the refrigeration compressor, there's two factors when it comes to capacity. So there's tray space, but there's also refrigeration capacity. So if your refrigeration capacity can't keep up with the ice that you're generating, then your machine's going to run slower. So anyways, ours has twice the capacity as other brands out there. So our refrigeration compressor for our large is a 1/2 horsepower compressor with twice the displacement. We've been freeze drying tons and tons of water, and we just started shipping out our first larges just a couple weeks ago. And we've already got customers that are telling us, hey, this is twice as fast as the other brand. And that's what we were going for, and that does seem to be the case, not only in our own tests, but also with customers that are picking them up. So we're super happy with that our large is functioning just like we thought it would. You can do 20 pounds of food in like 24 hours or less.
Awesome.
So.
Awesome. And for somebody like me that doesn't really understand the process, I just put my stuff in and push buttons.
Yeah.
Tell me why. Why is your machine so much faster?
So if you are able to capture ice faster, your machine will function faster. So it comes back to that refrigeration, where if you underpower the refrigeration, sure, the cycle will get done, but it'll take 30, 40, 75 hours, or 72 hours. Like, if it's a bigger load, like, it can take a really long time. But if you upsize the refrigeration to an appropriate amount, then your ice is able to capture at a faster rate. So
You're able to pull more heat out of the chamber faster. You're able to pull more BTUs out faster with a bigger refrigeration system.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So if the ice has to go from inside the food to sticking to the walls of the chamber, if the walls of the chamber are just colder and just like can accept that heat more, then yeah, the food is going to be able to give up its water much faster. So anyway, sorry.
That's awesome. Yeah, for a commercial customer like me, being able to decrease the amount of time my loads take and be more efficient with electricity for a very similar price point is huge for me. So I'm really excited about this product. So
So we are really trying to focus on helping out business customers. We want all of our cycle times to be 24 hours. You can get an entire load done in 24 hours. And Cory kind of mentioned that with compressor size, but that's what it results in, is that we want all loads, no matter what size, within the capacity of the machine, obviously, to be able to be done in 24 hours.
And tell the people about the pan sizes, because I think
Yes.
that's pretty exciting.
Yes. Yeah, so we do all standard size pans. So Brent's grabbing a pan for us right now, but
So I don't have to buy my pans from you.
nope, we appreciate it, but you don't have to buy it from us. So.
So this is a half cookie sheet, and then our medium units are a 9x13 cookie sheet, and so there is no need to buy pans from us if you don't want to. Every unit gets shipped with a set of pans, but you don't have to buy them from us.
Awesome.
So this is a regular cookie sheet that you'd have at your house.
Yeah.
So, yep.
And then you have 2 different tray options for the large, is that correct?
Yeah, so you're actually the first customer that's getting the 4 tray. So for candy makers, we've got a 4 tray version, so that we have more expansion between here. This is, so it only comes with 1 tray, so if you need to buy an extra tray, or extra tray rack, it's just a little bit extra. But it'll come with either a 4 or a 5 tray. So if you're a candy maker and you, worry about spacing and like having big, puffy candy, then we do have the 4 tray version, as well as Brent just picked up a 5 tray version here. Kind of show you the difference. So this one, will do, obviously you lose a tray, but you do get that expansion. But if you're willing to cut your candy a little bit, then you get the 5 trays, so you have more tray space that way. It just depends on what you want to do. We just wanted to offer that. So.
Awesome. And then any issues with, I know a lot of people like to double stack their Skittles. Do you have any issues running double trays on one shelf?
No, should handle it. Yeah.
Awesome.
I don't know that I've ever done it, but yeah, no, it should handle it. So.
Cool.
One real quick tip, kind of a pro tip for you guys, since you guys are professionals. If you use the pre-warm setting on the candy, you will get puffier candy. So like on Skittles, for example, you'll get much puffier Skittles if you're using the pre-warm setting on the Skittles. So the pre-warm setting is kind of more meant for hard candies, but just know that if you're going to use it on softer candies, you're going to get a lot more expansion.
Awesome.
So.
And tell me about consistency, because a lot of us are finding my shelf 1 and my shelf 4 do really good for one thing, not so good for other thing, with this other brand that I'm talking about. Tell me about the consistency with your guys' shelves.
Yeah, so there's kind of a part 1, part 2 on that. So what we did to start with is we upgraded the bottom tray rack. So the bottom tray is actually it's 20% larger like wattage. So you can have 20% more energy going into this bottom tray than in these trays. So, the top and bottom trays both have 20% larger like wattage. And then the middle trays, they're just like a standard wattage. The sensor is still right here in the middle, but we find that we have pretty good consistency throughout with that. It's not 100% dialed in perfect, but it's pretty good. Our next round, so revision 3 is coming out in about a year or so. And what we're working on is we're working on actually having individually controlled trays. So that way everyone will be exactly like dead perfect what you set it at. So
Awesome.
That's
awesome.
revision 3 though. But.
Yeah, I've heard really great things about the consistency with your guys' machine and the efficiency. It sounds like maybe customers should be a little bit patient if they want to order right now. You're kind of in the build-up stage of trying to work on fulfillment, because there's a lot of people like me that are excited about this. Is that correct?
It is correct, yeah. So right now we can produce about, out of this facility, about 15 machines a day.
We are currently making 15 machines a day. We're currently trying to ramp to 15 a day.
That's true.
Currently we're at like 7 a day that we're producing.
Yeah. So hopefully, and this is in March if you're watching this later, but anyways, hopefully we'll be able to ramp to about 15 a day. And then, but yeah, as far as like us growing as a company, it also does help us when people are able to buy their components. So essentially, if people pay the money up front, they're buying their components for their machine, and then we build it. And growing as a company, we're seeing such crazy demand that we're kind of having to structure it that way, just that way we can even keep up. So it is a little bit of a wait period, but I guarantee it's worth it.
Yeah.
So.
Yep, I am super excited. I'm gonna get mine set up tonight, and then my first thing I want to do is some gummies, and
Sweet.
that way, because that's a good gauge to see if things are consistent, if things are fast. And so that's kind of what I'm going to be showing my followers. You mentioned you're going to be doing an extra large at some point that does what size pan?
So the extra large we haven't fully designed it yet, but most likely it will be a double deep large, and so it will be 2 half cookie sheets stacked end to end.
Okay,
And so,
so it'll have 2 of these,
Yeah.
one, and then will you have a door on each side or just on one side?
we haven't quite figured it out yet.
Okay,
So we're not
still in the
we're still very much
in the designing.
Yeah.
I have spoken for the first extra large, and Corey said I could have it.
Serial number
So-
001.
Yes, 001, and
What
this
is
is
your
the
serial
evidence
number?
right here. So
Your serial number
We can block it up.
yeah, this is
your
my
serial
machine
number
right
is-
here.
Your serial number is 041. So
41, heck yeah. And look guys, they even send you with a nice pack of Skittles to get you going if this is your first rodeo. So anyways, I want to thank you guys so much for the tour and for helping me out. I called Cory in a panic last week because my harvest rate went down again and I can't stop production. And I was like, how close is my machine to being fulfilled? He's like, well, actually, it's ready. We just got to ship it. And I was like, well, can I just drive up to Idaho? And so here I am, and I'm super excited about it. So anyway, thanks again, you guys.
yeah.
Wish you guys the best.